Hi, everybody. This Halloween at 9 o'clock, I will be joining Rhonda Shear in her Halloween special. Some surprises, some tricks, some treats for you guys. You won't want to miss it. So tune in. Halloween night, live streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Don't miss it.
You make me wicked. Ooh. You make me bad. Ooh. You give me feeling. Ooh. I never had. Stuck at home and you don't know what to do. Hold on, baby, Rhonda Shear's got you. Grab your computer, log on, baby, you got the power. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Live. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Live.
But he is an actor, a performer, the quintessential comics comic. Every comic loves him. He's had a 40-some-odd year career. He's got his own podcast, which is amazing, where he visits old Hollywood and comics and stars of yesteryear and of today. And it's called Gilbert Gottfried's amazing, colossal podcast. You must get it. You must get it. It's amazing. He also just had a film that was released, which is his, basically, it's the autobiography of his life, which he didn't want to do, but it turned out to be award-winning and fascinating. And dear friend, he can do every voice on the planet. He is a complete dichotomy, which I'll talk to him about, of being hysterically funny and really naughty, and then a great father and husband. So let me welcome Gilbert Gottfried. Hey.
Hi. We'll return to Cheerleaders from Outer Space 2 on USA Up All Night after this.
Oh my gosh, you did a lot of those episodes. And you know what's really funny is with all the interviews that I see that you've done, and I've listened to a lot of different interviews, like Up All Night never comes up. And I know maybe it was not a highlight of your career, and that's fine. You did a lot of them while you did stand up. And I know the fabulous director, Marty Bike, directed you, and he directed me for a year. And at the time, I thought he was tormenting me because he put me in crazy outfits like he did with you. But then I realized later it was like some of the best stuff I ever did. But did you enjoy those 400 and something episodes that you did of Up All Night? Because I know everyone loves you.
It was now I like hearing about it when people come up to me and say they enjoyed it. But I remember when I got a call and they said, we're not continuing it. And I said, oh, okay. Like, yeah.
Well, you had a career. That was it for me. You know, at that, see, I used my real name and I played the bimbo character. So, you know, I was pretty much screwed. And but besides that, I was over 40. I was past well, now I guess you could be 60 any age in Hollywood, but back then 40, you're done. But Gil, I mean, you did amazing things on that show, but your voices, your character work, your acting, your stand-up, which we're talking about, like, I don't know when we're going to get back to stand-up. And this is like my favorite thing, and I have to bring this up. You are married to the most fabulous woman, Dara Gottfried, who has really balanced your life. And you have two incredible children, Lily and Max. And I have to tell you this, I never saw this coming with you, because when you and I worked together, and a few times we actually worked together, I think we went to Nassau together one time, you loved porn, and you loved boobies, and you loved women. And I just said, this guy's never. And I know that everybody kids you about, you know, being a little bit stingy. Maybe one time before cell phones, you actually asked me for 25 cents to make a pay phone call. I mean, but you and I did both of us loved all the freebies and all the swag. And so whenever we were on location, we would get great swag. And I know you're known for that, and that's fabulous. But I am just completely amazed and so delighted that you are such a happily married man with a gorgeous, fabulous wife who balances you like my husband balances me, and then the two beautiful children. So what's it like how do you balance, how are you this dichotomy that when you get up on stage, you are so, I'll use the naughty words because I know your kids are around, but how can you go there and then be this dad who's homeschooling with your children?
It's funny. I say it in the documentary, which is called Gilbert. I don't know what the title means. But every day I'm waking up in a twilight zone. Where it's like, wait, what's this place I'm living in? Why, it's your home, Mr. Gottfried.
Yeah, what's it like to have matching furniture? And I read somewhere china and silver. What's it like to have that and have that?
Yeah, I'm so used to well, this is a chair, a wooden chair I found in the street. This is a metal chair I brought from my mother's house, and I don't remember where I found this table. I think in the basement. And the idea of furniture matching and matching silverware. I'd have one thing. Yeah, I'd have a spoon from Horn and Hardhof's.
And you're dressing, not that you didn't dress well, but some things, you're dressing much better. I'm just going to be honest with you. But Darren's just done wonderful things for you that way. But, just the fact that I guess it's being kind of an actor, that when you're on stage, and I saw you not a couple of years back at Side Splitters here in the Tampa area. You just go places that you are brilliant. I love you, and I do bow to you. You are just an amazingly brilliant comic. But then you have this now other home life with children that you can't go there with. So how do you shut that off when you get home, like from a club?
It's not easy. The funny thing is now if one of my kids says a dirty word, I can't with a straight face say, no, that word is wrong.
And your son Max, I've seen him on video. He is you. He wants to be you. You're going to have another. I don't know what you're going to do. And Lily, they're both beautiful children, and I know very bright. But I don't know what do you think of? If he did want to go, or if they wanted to go towards show business, are you both supportive of that?
It's so weird, because it's like when I went into show business and stayed, and I kept doing it, like I was too stupid to know the odds against making it. And I was like, it was like pure idiocy I had on my side. And now show business seems like I can understand someone saying, I'm going to find soda and beer bottles in the street and I'll turn them in for 5 cents.
Right.
And that makes sense. Show business doesn't. Yeah.
I love your hair.
Oh, thank you for reminding me.
Hair, cheers, a little water. Your career just amazes me. I heard about when they did the Gilbert, the documentary, that I think his name was Neil, your producer director. He wanted to do this documentary, and you kidded with him, and you're like, your aspirations aren't very high, or whatever you said to him.
Yeah, he said, I've always dreamt about doing a Gilbert Gottfried documentary. And I said, well, you should set your dreams a lot higher than that.
I'm so happy that you finally we've merged together.
I've been waiting all my life just to hear those words. You and me merged together.
Well, not that merged.
Oh, okay.
But merged. So my thing is, you're directing and your talent and your eye for talent and my talent. So this is what we're going to do. You need to make a call out for all the talent on my new www.RhondaShearSocialHour.com. Now, look, I'm Beverly Center, and I can't stand Rhonda, but I guess she's got a few more followers than me, so we're going to use her name. I'm still going to be the star. I'm going to take over, and we will start our own network. But right now, RhondaShearSocialHour.com. Now tell them what you're looking for.
Boobala, baby. I got ideas. Okay, so if you have nipple rings, if you do tattoos and do Morse code with your ass, if you can fart through a hose, we are looking for you. I know a woman that can suck a golf ball through a pipe. Now that's the kind of talent we are looking for. The new, the odd, the
new Gong Show.
Yes.
The new Gong Show would be better because we're on the internet. We're looking for the kook of the week. But you don't have to be kooky. You just have to have unusual talent.
That's right. Unusual. And you know, if you happen to be sexy, like, you know, Miss Beverly Center here, all the better. Not that that's the most important thing, but we love women that can open beer bottles with their nipples. It's awesome. So please call us. Actually, get in touch with us on, what's the website?
www.RhondaShearSocialHour.com. But don't we remember this? Beverly Center is looking, and so is Ass.
Yes.
Get in touch with us. We'll make you a saw.
Offbeat, quirky, eccentric, queer, it's Rhonda's Kook of the Week. Far out, way out, don't you fear, it's Rhonda's Kook of the Week. Up, down, left, right, these zany guests are out of sight. Are peculiar, insane, so real, it's Rhonda's Kook of the Week.
Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh! This is it, kids. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Woo! Hi, honey.
I love you. Thank you so much for that introduction. You're amazing. Rhonda, do you ever age? Do you ever change? You're so beautiful.
You. Oh my God, look at you. I know that we have well, you have a million fans, but I know that we have one very special fan publicist, Jeff Abraham, out there who is watching us tonight. And he told me to tell you that you owe him 69 cents for whatever that means.
Actually, no, I do. I do owe him. I do owe Jeff Abraham, our publicist friend, 69 cents. And maybe he should tell you. Maybe he should come on your show and tell you why.
Well, you know what's interesting about Jeff is much like Gil, he would have like a million stories because he loves old Hollywood and collects a lot of things. But let's talk about Tracy Bingham. You and I found out, I had forgotten that you and I had done Alan Thicke, God bless him. He passed too early. He was great, but we did his show Pictionary, and you and I were on the same team.
Yes, I remember that. Pictionary was so fun. And I saw Soul, Alan Thicke. Like, wasn't he just amazing?
Amazing. Oh, wow. They actually found some footage of it. I mean, I don't know if you can
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Oh my God.
I had bangs.
Oh, I get that. Oh, hey, we've had a lot. You look amazing. You're even sexier now. I mean, I know you're still really young, but you are even sexier now.
Oh my God, Rhonda, you're the best. You're very sexy. Like, I'm not into the kitty cats, but I would be for you. I think they're hot.
I think if Gil is listening, he would really like that.
I wanted to say hi to Gil. I did something with Gil somewhere along the line in the career.
Well, hopefully,
I'm Gilbert Gottfried. Like, he's so funny. I love him.
I love it too. And I forgot to ask him about that because everybody imitates him. And he's probably the most imitated voice of everybody.
I agree.
Are you in Los Angeles right now?
I'm actually in Boston right now. I'm actually in a town off of Boston. I'm actually in a town called Bedford. I met my my female friend Trinity, my assistant, and her friend Carrie. They live across the street from each other, and they're techies kind of, and I couldn't do anything without them. And so it's raining cats and buckets. So I couldn't miss your show, and so I decided to just have them help me out again.
Well, are you living up north, or are you still living in California?
Well, I'm back and forth living in Beverly Hills and to Boston, to Cambridge. My mom passed away a couple years ago, so I came back to help out. Thank you. And so I'm still here, but a lot of people from Hollywood come from Massachusetts. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. I went to high school with them. Ben Carr from the Money Stones, Patrick Ewing.
I love Boston.
It's a plethora of success here.
I love Boston. I used to love, okay, you're young, but I think you'll still remember. Do you remember Filene's Basement?
Oh my God, Filene's Basement. I can rattle them off. Rhonda, do you remember Filene?
I used to do stand-up comedy. I can't remember the name of the club. Oh my gosh, it was a very famous club by the water. What's
Nick's.
Not Nick. I did Nick's one time, and it was so horrible. It was like, I think it was the worst time I ever had doing stand-up. No, it was this other one, and I'm blanking on the name.
Not the Comedy Stop, the Comedy Store.
What's the name of the square that has all the stores in it?
Newbury Street, Boylston Street, Palm Ave.
I can't think of the name. It'll pop into my head. I'm old.
The Patriots. You see my shirt? The Patriots.
Oh my God, honey! I see your shirt. We all see it, and I love that. And the phones are not the phones, but we're lighting up now.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. It's just, oh yes, girl. Wait,
I wouldn't do it for Gil, but I'm doing it for you.
Do it for me, baby. You look hot. What was the name of this?
Faneuil Hall. It was in
Faneuil Hall.
That's Faneuil Hall, and it was a club in there. And I went there a lot through the 90s, and I used to love Filene's Basement in the daytime. Look at you, we're showing fabulous pictures of you from your book life.
Wait, that girl is not me.
Is that not you?
And the yellow is not me. So whoever put it up, you're fired. Marie,
you're out of here. No, we'll blame it on the boys, on Ken.
That's me. I was in Vegas.
But I definitely have great shots of you.
Oh my God. No. Rhonda?
No, that is not Tracy.
That is me.
That's you. I can't see. My monitor is really far away, so I can't see that far away.
I'm older.
So wait a minute. Let's get back to Boston. So what I wanted to say is show business pretty much comes from everywhere now. And like New Orleans, which is my hometown, they do so many films there. Like if they would have been doing many films as they are doing now, I probably wouldn't have left. But even Florida, like I don't think you have to live in LA anymore. I mean, you can live anywhere. Put that light back on. I love that light. That's sexy.
Is it this one?
No, it looks good. I like that. It's sexy. I like it. I like the posing.
Okay, look at this. That one?
That one. I like that one. I like that one.
Okay.
I like that. You were so cute today. She looked absolutely, I have to say this, we were testing Tracy earlier to see if everything, our technical stuff was, because last week we had a bad week, but if everything was okay technically, she's like, don't look at me. In the meantime, she was exquisite. I mean, you're like, no makeup, you were fabulous. So.
Oh my God, you're so sweet. You know what? Rhonda, I honestly, when you're just chilling at home and you're just in your whatevers, when I'm shopping, grocery store, whatever, well, because of the pandemic, most people recognize me when I look like crap than when I'm all dolled up. Does that happen to you? Probably not.
No, I have such big hair in my up all night days. But what's really funny is that people do recognize me without makeup, and I'm like, oh my God, that's so terrifying.
I didn't want to talk about licensing and branding and all my new things and the things that I'm putting together and doing and feeling. And
this is good.
But I actually want to collaborate with you on something. I think it's a
well, then think about it. I'm going to have Marie, who's producing, who does everything for me, who I can't live without, give you a call. We'll come up with something, and then we'll have you back on. And we'll bake bread. We'll do something on air together.
I just want to say you're the most beautiful woman ever. I love you, Rhonda Shear. God bless you. I'm so happy for you. Your success, your husband, your life. And you've always been such a pillar of strength. You're such a beautiful woman.
I love helping women. I do. I love empowering women. And seriously, if there's something we can do together, let's do it.
Let's do it. I love you. Mwah.
Love you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rhonda. I love you so much.
We're going to have your friend on.
Yeah, Carol, barnstorming book.
Okay. Thank you, baby.
I love you.
Bye, beauty. Oh, yeah. No, she's not gorgeous.
Oh, this lemonade is crap.
Well, here's the problem. It's all natural.
Oh, natural? It's made with lemons, water, and real cane sugar.
Huh. What happened to the lemonade we used to drink?
Hey, what's up, whippersnappers?
Who the hell are you?
I'm Country Boy Jim. Now put that junk down and have some of my Country Boy good time tasting lemonade.
Wow, that's more like it.
I told you so. It's the same unnatural ingredients that your grandpa used to put in your lemonade in the 1990s. benzoic acid, sodium benzenate, monosodium glutamate, riboflavin. I can't even pronounce some of this stuff.
Awesome, just like the chemical-filled, almost old-time, homemade tasting lemonade that Grandpa used to make. So what should I do with this natural lemonade?
I'd give that to a homeless hippie. Country boy, no lemons, great taste.
Your career is amazing, and you're still doing films. You're back in, I know you lived in Florida for a little bit. It wasn't your gig. You're back in Los Angeles.
No.
What are you working on right now?
Yes.
It's okay.
I
It's
just
okay.
finished. Okay. I finished Buzz Cut, which was in New Zealand, which was really fun. I did. I'm doing Psycho Babes and the Psycho Film Fiasco. My dog is barking. I'm doing something else called Buzz, not Buzz Cut, but another one called Buzz, and then another one that is called Jasper, which is a serial killer thing.
Tell us about your animal activism, because you've been doing that as long as I know you.
Yeah, I am involved with animal activism. I'm a vegan. I know people say vegan, but I say vegan because I'm different, I guess. And I support rescuing and adopting and all that stuff. And the main thing is I bought a place on an acre so we could have animals.
I mean, I've seen these pictures of you from when you were just, I guess, right out of college when you did the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, it was 20 years ago.
1999, right?
Yeah, that's when Blair came out, and it kind of spilled into 2000, but it was a crazy ride in those days. But yeah, we were young and naive in those days.
No. You literally changed. I mean, no, okay. I hosted USA Up All Night, and so we had a lot of horror films. And so I was off. We finished in 1998. It was the end of the show. And then you came out with Blair Witch Project after that. And truly, I was one of those people that like, is this for real? I mean, you changed the genre. You really did reality before reality, because back then, the internet was just starting to happen. As a matter of fact, I met my husband back then on what did we meet on? Classmates.com. That's how long ago.
Oh wow!
We met. I didn't meet him. We were high school sweethearts. We reconnected on Facebook. But I mean, you created a major stir in the industry, and very exciting. And I've been keeping up a little bit and reading about what you're doing. And you started a studio here in the Tampa Bay area, but you're not from Tampa originally, are you?
No, I'm from Sarasota, so I'm a little south. But I grew up on Lombo Key and lived in Sarasota for many years. And I went to college and film school at University of Central Florida in Orlando. So I have a lot of friends in Tampa, and so I reconnected with a friend of mine, Kristen Crumple, who also grew up in Sarasota. On my last movie, I was shooting in California, and he now lives in Tampa. I said, we want to get production back in Florida, and I said that'd be great. It'd be kind of a homecoming for me as well. And so we started some projects, and we opened up this little power station studio there.
That is fabulous.
It's been great.
And I heard it's all encompassing. So people can come there and is it more experimental, or it encompasses everything? You can shoot
a little
there.
bit. We have a lot of stuff in development. We just started shooting a series before, of course, the virus rolled through. But we started this series called Black Veil, which is an online streaming horror anthology that we're working with ihorror.com, who are out of St. Pete area. So we're doing that, and that we shot the pilot episode, which I'm editing right now as we speak. So that's underway. And as soon as we can kind of get back into production, we've got 5 more episodes to do with that.
I saw the poster. It was really creepy and really fabulous. Like, I'm excited. And you're using Ybor as the backdrop, right?
Yeah. Ybor is great. And there's another project that we want to do in Ybor, which is sort of a ghost story that takes place in Ybor. So yeah, we've got a lot going on, and we're even dabbling a little bit with some potential VR kind of experimental work and whatnot. There's just a lot of potential, both in kind of the gaming and the online streaming area, as well as feature films, which is my background. So we're excited. Once things get rolling again, it's a lot to do.
So I have some really special friends joining me now. We've done crazy stuff together. First, let me give you their introduction first. One is Martin Brown from the Tampa Bay area. Jay Hewlett, my dear friend, who is a teacher / stand-up comic from Los Angeles. And they're both part of a group called Damage Control Sketch Comedy, which has been around since 2003. And they've released 6 albums with 200 comedy sketches and all kinds of songs that play all over the place. And wait, I have to give you some of the people that are in the group. It's Martin Brown, Jay Hewlett, G. May, who you saw, my producer, Ken Bradley, one of my other producers, Michelle Walker, and Landon Smith, and Melissa Gridley. Now, here's my question. How come I'm not in Damage Control? Like, we do all these crazy Halloween sketches. My dear friend Chuck Anderson does the sketches with me. Why aren't we in Damage Control? We'll get to that later. Anyway, they're very talented, and there they are.
Oh, just catching up on a little reading.
Jay is very smart and always has learned how to plug my book or plug something.
I know. I'm not getting laid, so I have to plug something.
Okay, so Chuck got me into this. First of all, I love Dead to Me. That is a great show.
Oh, I love that show.
Love it. It is so twisted. It is so great. Chuck Anderson just said he blows through content. He loves blowing.
He does.
And then Chuck turned me on to Schitt's Creek. That
is a great show.
Is a great show. So I didn't know it, but Chuck told me this, and then I actually spoke to our friend at the Mahaffey that the whole cast was booked before all this virus came along.
I didn't know that. Damn it.
For 2 shows.
I hate the virus.
I didn't realize it was such a cult following. I mean, I think it is so well written and so well done.
Yeah.
And then what else did we watch? We watched something else. It was something else that we watched that was good. But those have been my 2 favorite. And Van and I don't like that kind of, we're not good. We have no attention span.
Maybe we should write something funny.
Maybe we should. I'm waiting.
Just for a change of pace, Gene.
Let's change up the pace and write something a little crazy.
Well, I mean, you've got this studio in Tampa now.
I do.
Here's the other thing. There's also, my friend, who's the president of MGM, they're doing like all these shows. Like, I don't know if Survivor was from home, but they were doing all these shows like The Voice from home. So why can't you brilliant producer directors come up with something that we can do from home?
We should. The new Halloween video should be each monster from their house quarantined, right? So Dracula can be over here, and Frankenstein can be over there, and we're all quarantined.
Find new characters. There's kids that don't know who Frankenstein is.
Really?
You
don't know who Frankenstein is?
You need new.
All right.
Schitt's Creek.
Schitt's Creek, Jay.
Well, why can't you write?
Yeah.
Are you guys writing and being productive right now?
I am writing. Yes, I'm writing comedy.
I do have a show that I help produce on Wednesday nights called Comedians at Denny's. So I've got you guys on the list to be on that show.
But it's sad. It used to be comedians in LA at what was the deli in
Jerry's?
Jerry's, and then there was the other one near
oh my God, there's a lot of them.
Oh, I know, but there was another one that was like so famous that everybody went to. Blanking on the name, getting old there. I know, and Nate Now's is opening on Monday. I'm really excited about that.
Nice.
So reopening.
Have you been shopping at Publix? Do you go out shopping, or you have it
No,
delivered?
Dan and I have a big order coming. We have a big liquor order coming from ABC Wines. Now I know you love to shop with me at Publix. I know.
Oh, I do. I think the days of them handing us food though over the counter are probably gone.
Yeah. Oh wow. Costco. All those little tasty things. No more of that.
What about Sizzler and the Golden Corral? Maybe that's a good.
Oh yeah, and Sweet Tomatoes. I think they shut. I think
they're out of
Sweet Tomatoes going bankrupt or something.
Yeah, they're out of business.
I could tell you salad bars, and they just opened that salad bar at Publix. First of all, they've always skeeved me because you don't know who's been doing what.
Right.
Hey, why couldn't we do like a murder mystery? This is like set up perfect for a murder mystery.
Like Clue.
Like you have each of the characters, and then they each come on, and then a detective, and then you have your people that are watching.
Wait, I have something to show you.
Uh-oh.
Please.
All right. Now we're talking.
I say we have a half fish, half man
cop
Oh, I love that.
tracking down like a tuna fish killer.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that. We need to do an online Ouija board. We need to contact a ghost online.
Right.
I know this is freaking people out. I don't understand why people get so freaked out over Ouija boards. Look at me. I mean, some people really get freaked. This is a really old one. I found this one on eBay. This is like the real deal.
Hey, do you have to say hair to drink, or can I just drink?
Hair. I love your hair.
I really like your hair.
Going to the bathroom can be such a hassle. Oh no! How many times has this happened to you? Well, now there's a better way. Introducing the Pecker Pointer. Its ingenious patented laser-guided design lets you set your target and pee. No more missing the toilet. No more peeing on your shoe. No more wet seats. No more mess. Just point the patented laser and pee. It's that simple. Pecker Pointer makes urinating fun. It's easy to put on and almost invisible. No one will know you're wearing it. The Pecker Pointer is great at parties. Use it for a training tool or play games. Peeing together saves time, water, and money. So if you order now, you'll get a second Pecker Pointer for a friend. And a floating practice target. Home video games cost tons of money and take up lots of space, but Pecker Pointer fits right in your pocket, and it provides hours of entertainment. Take it here, take it there, take it anywhere. Pecker Pointer is durable and long-lasting. It's made from the same space-age polymer used by NASA. Order your Pecker Pointer today.
Have you thought about how you're going to make your retirement funds last all the way to the end of your golden years? Well, I have. It's in my 32-step course called Sue Somebody.
People are suing each other for millions of dollars, and you can too. Learn how to make money by pouring hot coffee in your crotch, hiding severed fingers in the meat, stapling your testicle to a bench, and more.
I cover everything in my 32-step course, from the severed finger to the slip and fall to the old sewing needle and the oatmeal. It's everything you need to know on how to sue somebody and get rich quick. And hey, if it doesn't work, my personal guarantee. I even teach you how to sue me, because who's a bigger ass than I am? And I'm telling you, it works. This is my vacation home, my second car, my third.
Without further ado, and I'm hoping she's ready, and we have some surprises, a few little things that we're going to be adding in tonight. But I wanted my dear friend Erica Flaskamp, all the way from New Orleans, to join, looking beauteous. Hey girl, how are you? So Erica has the most amazing voice. I mean, she's a blues singer. She can sing anything. And she recently moved from the Tampa Bay area to New Orleans because we just feel like her soul. She's got the soul of a New Orleanian. She's also an activist, and she rescues animals and has a heart the size of, bigger than the state of Louisiana. And hopefully, did you find me yet? Not only is she is a dear friend. So, but she's family. She's more than, I was with her for a lot of years. I've seen her voice, and I've seen you come about in such an amazing way. And we think there's major big things in store for you. And we've done some crazy stuff together. Some saving some animals. Erica has sung at some of our just craziest events, and she takes it all in stride. It's all cool for her. Whatever goes, just goes. Whatever happens here just stays here. But we love you, and I love watching your career and what's going to happen. I'm sorry there's this hiccup here, and I'm sorry for all my performer friends right now. That just can't perform at the moment. But
for me, it's just going to make me that much more grateful to be back on stage and to be around the people, because I really think a lot of us have been taking things for granted. I mean, especially me. Just being on lockdown, I've realized the things that I've taken for granted. So we'll all just be that much happier to be back to something.
You know what? You're right. I mean, putting a pause in your life really just makes you step back and go, wow, I took this for granted. I took for granted getting my nails done, or, you just take for granted every freedom, every little freedom. And I know people have different, opinions of that. And I believe completely in freedom, but I also believe in completely being safe right now because it's a
Yes.
pandemic. It's like,
Yes, and loving one another enough to make those sacrifices. And it's temporary. And it's going to be, the more we adhere to these guidelines, the more temporary it's going to be. And it's not about us. It's about our fellow man and our fellow woman, our family, other people's families. Because the reason why I've completely stayed in is because I don't want to be asymptomatic and potentially harm someone or make someone lose a family member. So I've been really adamant about
I know.
staying inside.
That's good. You're a good girl. Are you going to sing a little something for us? A little something? I had a show called Rhonda Shear's Pajama Party, and we took it to Vegas, took it a few places, and Vicki honored me by being in the show before she's the big star that she is now. So Vicki, I'm going to let her just tell you all about herself in a second, but she was like second runner-up to America's Got Talent 2 years ago, which is amazing because first of all, she's a female and she's a comic, and that doesn't happen, especially on those shows usually pick singers. But she's amazing, made it all the way up to the top. And she's known for her Trailer Nasty. Girl.
I dream of your hair every day.
All day.
All day.
All day, every day.
Does your hair match everywhere?
Well, it used to. I don't know anymore, Vicki. I haven't seen it in years.
I have to say, I have a mustache that I cannot get rid of with the little clipper thing that I bought from CVS. It's I don't know if you guys can see it out there, but I mean, it is a handlebar and it ain't going nowhere.
No, Vicki, I have them too. I get these random things in my chin. You get the random hairs in your chin.
Oh yeah, but I use a full-on man chick triple blade. So I bang my balls against the sink every morning when I'm doing it.
So what are you doing during this like lockdown? I mean, first of all, I'll get to the before me, but what are you doing like to look at my nails? You know that's not me.
Oh no, that's great. I stocked up on the Kiss before anyone thought of it. I have 2,000 boxes of Kiss glue on nails.
Do you glue them on with super glue and they stay on?
Yeah, they stay on, and when they come off, they rip your hand off. Lovely.
Vicki, really, I adore you. You and I have done so much. I am so proud of you.
My happiest times have been with you. I mean, Sean and I always talk about going to Laughlin with you and then just getting so trashed and having so much fun. It was always so much fun. I'm just glad to see you, and I can't wait to get back to Florida.
I know. I can't wait for you to get back to Florida too. So what is it out there? So I saw you in the very beginning, like in San Diego Comedy Store.
Yeah.
And so you were. I mean, I looked at you and I went, "This girl's gonna be a star." So what is it like from going from there to after winning, almost winning? You should have won America's Got Talent, and then performing. What is it like? Tell me. I want to hear.
It's like, I think all my life I dreamed, could I ever be a headliner? Could I ever do a good hour over and over again? And I wanted that so much. And what AGT did was that just gave me that. It just gave it to me. So the tour just started, and it's been like getting to be that comic that goes out there and does an hour every night and several times a night. And the joy from that, the power, and just knowing that what you worked I worked for 20 years to get to ready. And when the time came, it's just been so much fun and meeting people. And, like you were on TV for a long time and you still are. So people know you and they feel, they really know you. And that's been so much fun meeting people. And
but you have remained humble, and that's fabulous. Some people get that taste of fame and that's it. They lose it. But
well, you can say that, Rhonda, but you don't see me around the trailer park. Okay. You and I have bought the second best trailer in the park. We're way up high on the hill. I don't know if you can see the view.
Oh my goodness gracious. Is that the water view?
Yeah, well, it's the hills before the water we can't really see, but we can see those $1 million houses over in Carlsbad.
Right.
We're out there drinking in our patio and thinking, what are they looking at? Ha! A trailer park.
Hey everybody, been a bit of a trendsetter over the years, but now it's cool to wear a mask. Not just because it's cool, but because it's safe and keeps those around you safe. Did you know my good friend, the lovely and vivacious Rhonda Shear, has some up-all-night masks available? 4 different styles to choose from. You can pick the one you like, wear it out, and be cool. You won't look this good, but at least you'll be safe. You can get your mask today at RhondaShearSocialHour.com.
From Stranger Things. He's an actor, writer, director of horror films. He's got one coming out called Hank. He's worked with me, kind of scary, when we did kind of our own little reboot here of Up All Night. And he's just fabulous. He's fabulous. He gets work in like major productions right out of here in Tampa Bay, all over. Hey, Joe, how are you, dear?
I'm great. Thank you. That was a great introduction.
Well, here's the thing, Joe. Great intro, but I'm going to get right into the fact that I heard that you're directing, you've got a horror film, and you have not cast me. And, I'm only doing this show to get discovered. It's never too late. And you didn't put me in the show. You didn't cast me. I haven't gotten a script. I've gotten nothing.
Sold, done. Whenever you want. Can we shoot it for it? Let's go. You and me in the woods.
There's some creepy looking woods around here. You can do some creepy looking stuff. So I haven't seen Stranger Things, but now I'm going to see it. It's on Netflix, and you were in season 2. So is season 3? Right. Did you get?
Yes.
You did. You got in season 2.
Yeah, at the end of season 2. Yeah, I got these things called demi-dogs. There's like 3 of them. These like I created. They ate me alive in an elevator. Yeah, I use a gentleman. His name is Roy Karam of Soda Effects. He's done 300 movies. He did the last like 5 Blumhouse movies as far as effect goes. I use him. He did all the effects for Hank, and he's just he's probably one of the best out there for practical effects. And that's like that's all fake. That picture there. That one too.
Joe.
That's not really Paul Reiser. It's a digital.
You act, but would you call yourself predominantly a director or a screenwriter? What is your? I know you teach screenwriting, but would you call yourself more of a director?
Yeah, well, man, I don't know, because I like to do all of it. I like to do the writing. I like to do the directing. I love to do the acting because I'm an idiot, and it doesn't take. Be like, I'm a moron. You
can see Joe Davidson in Hank. Definitely watch Stranger Things. Definitely the 2nd season. And what else? Anything else I can tell you? Anything else that's coming up that we can?
South Essential. That's South Essential. It's right on YouTube. It's a comedy show. It's like It's Always Sunny. It's real raunchy, kind of dirty comedy. But it's fun.
I'm actually going to introduce my very first guest. We're going to give it a try. And you may remember Mark Price as Skippy on Family Ties. I mean, he started off as a young teenager as a stand-up. Hi, Mark with a beard.
Hello there.
He's produced, he's acted. He continues to tour, which is we're really happy about that. At least he did tour until 40. How are you, Mark? How are you doing?
Come in there. Hello.
Can you hear me? Or you're frozen in space right now?
That old phone doesn't work. I
guess
we have to
there
do
he
it
is.
the modern way.
I see him moving. I can't. You can hear?
I've got the old-fashioned way to get in touch.
Okay,
right
just hang in there. We're going to get Mark, or we're going to get Mark and this back together. So what I'll say about Mark is I've never seen him look so grown up for years.
Well, I love you, Rhonda, and I can't tell you what it means to be interviewed by you almost. I've had a crush on you since I was a teenager, and what can I say? I wish we could talk. Without a question, you had something to do with. Do you remember the gold lame bikini poster? Is that
wow?
Is that what they call it? Gold lame?
I'll talk slower because I think it was called. It was gold. It was actually gold leather, and it said "Go for the gold." And it was a billboard on Sunset Boulevard as well. I can't believe you remember that. That's phenomenal.
Are you kidding? It was phenomenal. On my wall. It was it. I didn't forget Farrah Fawcett. I was all about Rhonda Shear. and I didn't even
Well,
know what a
you
great
know what,
stand-up
Mark?
you were
I
yet.
mean, I think people know you as an actor. They know you as a stand-up. I was just on a radio show that you were co-hosting. You're great on the radio. So are you doing a podcast?
It's not a podcast. It's a radio show in Daytona Beach. I was on the road when this whole thing kicked in, and it just worked out where they said, "Hey, do you want to be a part of this station called WROD 1047?" Now I'm a DJ. Well, if it's me, I could do. I host a radio show now. I know how to do this. My show's an 80s show, and it's on every day at noon from 12 to 4. And if you have Alexa or Google, you just say, "Okay, Google, play 104.7 WROD," and it does. So you can listen on, or you can go to therockofdaytona.com. So I'll just promote myself while we're waiting for you to come back. I love that you've got the great guests, and you're doing this from your home on the Saturday Night Live party from Rhonda's house. Did I mention that I was watching comedians from the Improv the other day, and one of your evening at the Improvs came up, and wow, Rhonda, you can hold your own with the best of them as a stand-up comic, and not to mention all your other achievements. But I was so impressed with your set on TV. I forgot how funny you were as a stand-up comic.
Thank you. I'm back again. That was really sweet. It was very sweet when you wrote me that note. You know what it was, Mark? I think I was a little ahead of my day. You know, you couldn't be wild and blonde and crazy when I started out. Yeah, it still had to be, you know, whatever. Oh my, a little cough there, a little COVID.
No, that wasn't a COVID cough. A bug just flew in my mouth. Here, look, there it is. There's the bug. Look, it coughed on my hand. That's a scary thing.
What kind of bug is it?
Okay, I don't know. Here, where's the camera? It's
Oh my gosh, I love live anything. It's great. Are you in Florida right now? Or are you?
I am. I'm in beautiful Florida, and I can't complain. This, you know, it's not really like I got stuck here. I chose to stay here, really, honestly. I'm in Ormond by the sea.
I wish you would move here and stay here and live here.
It could happen. You know, it's the law that eventually a Jewish man at a certain age has to move to Florida.
Gosh, if you saw my husband right now, we're all a wreck. We don't want to talk about hair. Hair. Supposed to grab a drink. Water. I've got that too, just in case. But look, Bruce just joined us.
Hey, Rhonda.
This is fabulous.
Hi, Mark. How you doing?
Ahoy, Bruce.
Nice to see both of you.
Thank you. Well, first of all, I have to just give Bruce Smirnoff a quick introduction as like the most fabulous comic, longtime friend. He had an award-winning show. I can't remember the name. It was something like All We Have Is Our Health, and I'm Not Feeling So Good, something like that. It was fabulous. And funniest, driest sense of humor, self-deprecating. You still look, both of you all look amazing. And thank you for coming on tonight.
Thank you, Rhonda. Mark, you know that I knew your father because I started stand-up when I was very young, and your father was a big act up in the Catskill Mountains, and I was working a summer there as a waiter, and your father was so nice to me. And the great thing is you inherited his excellent, handsome looks, and you kept your hair like your father. Your father had the fullest head of hair, and so you have perfect gene lines running through your family.
He is very handsome. I did not know his father. Apparently your dad was in show business. Excuse me for not knowing.
Al Bernie.
So a comic, a comedian?
Sure.
I'm the son of a comedian.
Wow.
We both made poor decisions. We're both poor. I followed in the footsteps of my father. We're both poor decision makers.
No, that's awesome. You kept on the family business. Every father wants their son to carry on. That's awesome. And that's great. So Bruce, you did not work the Catskills, did you?
I didn't work.
That's right. Yeah, he did.
I didn't work there as a comedian. What I did was when I was, I started when I was 18 years old. So I wrote a letter one of my sophomore year in college to all the hotel owners. And I said, my father owns a hotel. I want to be a comedian. Can I work for you?
Let me introduce you properly. You look so handsome. Wait a minute. First of all, he looks so handsome. Not that he doesn't, but I'm liking the beards on some of these guys. Okay, so this is my dear friend, stylist, designer, artist, to the stars. Dear friend of mine, Steven Anderson. He's done hair and makeup on like icons, like Carol Connors and myself, and then Iman, a few others. His artwork is unbelievable. Are you coming from your studio? Is that art piece behind you? We have to, is yours.
It's sitting in my dining room getting smashed, waiting for you.
Okay, well, you know, first of all, I love your hair. First of all, your hair
going great.
looks. Well, wait, you can touch it up. You know how. Getting ready to do a reality show. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the things that Steve and I have done together are crazy. But I do want to talk about something that's really special. Is your Fairy Godfather Foundation. So you have to tell everybody about that because I am we had to push it back a little bit.
Slipper right here. There it is.
That is cool. What is that for? The tables?
I'm not sure what I'm doing with it yet. I might try to fit it on my foot. We've moved it. We've had to move the date, unfortunately. It was supposed to be October, obviously. Now it's going to be in April. And of course, you have, very generously become the chairman of that event, which we are very grateful for. And we're looking forward to it. I was really looking forward to it in October. But, such as it is.
I know. We decided, the Fairy Godfather Foundation does amazing things for women that have gone through abuse or that are going through cancer or any, just anything.
A lot of different programs through the foundation. We give scholarships, but we donate wigs to cancer patients. We do work with sexual abuse and domestic abuse, and everything is done through an experience of beauty.
Well, anyway, I have a very special friend now who I'm on. That she was in my show, Rhonda Shear's Up All Night Pajama Party. Originally from the Dominican Republic, funniest ladies on the planet. Also one of the most accomplished dancers, and also adagio. And she worked in Las Vegas with the heart the size of the United States of America and beyond. Ludovica lounging in your gorgeous Rhonda Shear pajamas.
You know it is. Oh my God, my favorite baby. Oh my God, I have a story for you. So, okay, this is my favorite, right? And I think it was my anniversary with my husband, and I put it on and I laid down and I went like this, like the bigger movie star to, So in the meantime, I fall asleep and he's downstairs waiting for me, and I fall asleep upstairs. And when I woke up, I couldn't move my arm. My arm was like right here. I was like this the whole time. But I was sexy on my run.
Well, you are sexy. There's no one sexier than you. You are sexy and funny. And they always said you can't be sexy and funny, but you can be. And you are. And I love you being on tonight. It's so special for me. And I love you so much.
Are you kidding? Like, oh my God, I love this. I love that you're doing this, baby. It's so wonderful.
I know. And I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to have a lot of my comic friends. But you're a special one. You're right here. So you have to tell me what is going on with, what are all these performers doing, not performing? It's horrible. Do you know?
It is absolutely insane, but I have to tell you, I love the break. To be home without makeup, without having to worry about going. They have been auditioned that we have to film. Let me tell you, I'm like, why? Let me just be. I want the hairs on the armpits. I don't want to have to shave my eye out.
Really? Oh, wait. Minerva's saying Ludo. So we've got people saying hello to you. Yes, Ludo baby, Melissa Carey.
We're drinking, my friend.
A hand for the other side of John Most. I said you knew him as Ralph Mouth, but this is another side in an album called Mostly Swinging that you can get from 2017. Move over, Michael Bublé. I never knew that you sang like that. Never. I know you sang on Happy Days, but this is like unbelievable.
A whole other side. Yeah, I know that's a big story in itself. I was singing before I was acting. When I was 15 years old, I was singing in the Catskill Mountains in the nightclubs, upstate New York. It was a big resort area. That was my first love. And I always loved that kind of music, the great jazz standards, the American songbook, if you will.
So how did you get to, well, we're going to get to a bunch of things, but how did you get to the Catskills at 15? Did your family go up there? Did you audition for talent shows?
When I was about 13, I grew up in Brooklyn, and I had a love for that music starting at a very early age. And my parents found a place for me in Manhattan, a school run by he was an old vaudeville guy named Charlie Lowe, and he had a studio at 1650 Broadway, a very famous building in Manhattan. And I would go there, take the subway on weekends to go there for my lessons and for singing and acting and dancing. And then I got handpicked from that school by Charlie to be in his professional troupe that he would get booked in the Catskills. So that's how I landed that.
Such the all-American face that everyone remembers, the redhead, you must have looked all of 8 years old when you were doing that and singing. But you know, obviously I know about the Catskills, and I did stand-up comedy for many years, and so many people got their start there. But there's a side of you, and I'm going to tell this story to my audience. I actually met Don in New Orleans. I was in Miss Louisiana. We were reminiscing right before we went on air. And I guess he was there at the Pelicans for my New Orleans friends, the Pelicans game, which was I think it was a AAA minor league.
AAA team. Yeah.
And I don't know how they got you to come down to throw out the first pitch, but
I know. I can't remember how. I think my cousin was working for them, and he suggested me. So somehow they brought me in.
He was very sweet. I must have flirted with you. Don's been one of the few very happily married people, which I want to get to that too. But we did have one date, and I remember that. It was in my very first apartment in Hollywood. It was very exciting. Somewhere that my roommate took of us. It was very, very cute. And you have been married to Morgan Hart, gorgeous, for how many years?
38 years.
Hi, everybody. This Halloween at 9 o'clock, I will be joining Rhonda Shear in her Halloween special. Some surprises, some tricks, some treats for you guys. You won't want to miss it. So tune in. Halloween night, live streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Don't miss it.
You make me wicked. You make me bad. You give me feeling I never had.
And she has become a formidable wrestler, female wrestler. So we're talking a strong, beautiful, fabulous woman. And here's the cool part. She did some modeling for me, and I miss those days because she was the best ever. This is Tanea Rebel Brooks. How are you, gorgeous?
Hi, I'm so good. You look beautiful, and cheers.
Or as we like to say on this show, hair. Hair. When we say the word hair, you take a sip. So hair,
hair.
Everybody take a sip. By the way, your hair looks great. The last I saw you in person, you were more of a blonde.
Oh, that's right. And I chopped it all off.
Yeah, it's amazing that I didn't meet you earlier in Los Angeles, but you're younger, so you didn't quite fit into my up all night days. But I
tell you what, though, I was an avid watcher of Up All Night.
You would have been so great on the show. And when Tanea modeled for me at some of the conventions she did, she literally would do handstands, and everyone would come, handstands and walkovers and cartwheels, and everybody would come to our booth. But tell me about Rebel, because you've changed from different federations, and I don't know that much about it. I mean, I knew a little bit about WWE, which I know is something else now, but tell us how you got started and flip-flop from Los Angeles to wrestling.
Okay, so by living in LA, you become a Jill of all trades, and you have so many different job opportunities there. And I had spent most of my career being in front of the camera. And at one point, Terry Groves, our mutual friend, was my mentor, and I decided that I would get into that. And so I contacted a girlfriend of mine and her name is Christy Hemme. And she and I used to tour with that dancing, singing show group called the Perfect Angels back in Los Angeles.
Yes.
So I just said, I'm trying to get behind the camera, and if you ever need a makeup artist, let me know. And she said, oh my gosh, you'd be perfect for this role to play the girlfriend of a wrestler. And I said, no. I want to get behind the camera. And she said, well, I don't think you can get into the makeup department unless you do this role.
Wow. So if you're really looking for some reading material that will make you happy right now, Jackie's got a lot of books out, but this is Jackie the Joke Man Martling's disgustingly dirty joke book. So we told Jackie that he could basically let it rip. So I don't want to offend anybody, but Jackie's going to be Jackie tonight, and hopefully we'll get to talk to him a little bit. And if we don't, we're going to hear some really funny jokes. So let me introduce you to you, Jackie the Joke Man Martling.
I saw those girls. I thought maybe it was a big boob minimum. I didn't know what it was going to take to get on. How the hell are you, Rhonda?
I am so good. How do you look so good?
Oh, please. At my age, either you look good or you're dead, Listen, before we do anything, I'm going to tell you the dirtiest, most recent, most fun joke I've ever heard. You ready?
Okay.
So a girl goes to her high school prom. And the next day she's at the beach and she sends her mother a text. Mom, the prom was great. But now, Mom, I'm at the beach and I'm freaking out. I got cum in my hair. So her mother sends her back a text. Honey, I'm glad the prom was great. Listen, it's not a big deal. Sometimes when you're blowing a guy, he'll pull it out of your mouth because he wants to shoot on your face. And they really can't control where it goes. And sometimes it accidentally gets in your hair. So don't worry. Just jump in the water. It'll wash right out. And her daughter sends back a text. Mom, thanks for the information, but I meant to type gum.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Now listen, the girls were talking about cameo.com. I can't believe you're not doing it. It's not you. It's not you. Oh, you are doing it.
I just started.
It's so much. I did 6 of them today. I did 2 of them since the time we did sound check. I was made for it because I can do jokes and, say happy birthday to Harry. He's Italian. He loves poop jokes. Or this is for my son-in-law. He's Jewish and he hates his wife. And I got 14 jokes for everything. I've got like 60 5-star reviews on the thing. And it's not a lot of money, but it's so. And with Times, there's nobody's doing any shows. Oh yeah. No, I thought, but the guy we roasted was Soupy. I'll tell you, Soupy. I got to tell you about Soupy. He was around forever. I know because he actually did the comedy circuit for a while. Believe it or not, like how you went from place to place and you saw the same 8x10s. Yeah. And one of them was Soupy Sales, and he'd bring Paul's piano player. But he got very old, and then he did a show at the Friars Club, and they had a curtain hanging behind the little riser that was the stage.
Yeah.
But the curtain wasn't right up against the wall, and he leaned on the curtain and fell and really, really hurt himself. And after that, he had a couple strokes. So he was in such bad shape. And the last time I saw him, I'll never think this was so funny because he was such a ball breaker and he's just with the stupid jokes. And I was walking into the Friars dining room and he was walking out and it wasn't a very wide doorway and he was walking with a walker. And he was so frail, Rhonda. He was so frail. He must have weighed 3 pounds and he's walking with a walker. And I went to go past him and he said, Jack, I went to the bank today and I asked the guy to check my balance and he pushed me.
Oh my gosh.
Pink lady, Cosmo baby, gonna make the drink and don't mean maybe. Professor Cocktail. Old fashioned gin and juice, mix it with Red Bull to get a boost. Professor Cocktail. Grasshopper, Mai Tai, a shot that tastes like apple pie. Professor Cocktail. Tom Collins, whiskey sour, a fruity drink with a giant
Yeah! It's Professor Cocktail in my mixatorium today to make you the perfect Professor Martini. See over here? Today I didn't get real technical, but we, trust me, will be scientific about our preparation of this martini and the drinking of the martini too. But first, I must freshen my vodka drink. More importantly, you test it. Over, 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 and over again. Today, people, I'm telling you, this will be the perfect martini for any occasion. Any! You gotta start with your mixing utensil, your perfect glass. Professor Cocktail always uses perfect vodka, perfect vermouth, a perfect stirring mechanism to give you that perfect buzz. My God, you know what this is? This is one of those wine tasting things that you go around and they pour wine and you go like this. I can see myself in this. Damn, I look good. Today we're gonna do a Grey Goose Martini. One, you usually use just 2 of them. I add a little bit at the end just for, you know, effect. Where's my vermouth? I would vote for this extra dry, okay? And then where's my little thing? Oh, yes, here it is. This, you mix it like that and let it, oh, that's the perfect measurement. Perfect! You don't shake it up like, you know, like this. That's not the perfect martini. You stir it very gently until it kind of talks to you and says, it's ready to be poured. You are? Okay. It's ready to be poured. And then you use this lovely little thing here, and you do this in the perfect martini glass. But this is what really makes it pretty. There we go. The perfect martini by Professor Cocktail. Thanks for coming.
Tom Collins whiskey sour, a fruity drink with a giant flower. Professor Cocktail. Professor Cocktail.
We get in the ring and do whatever we can to win, and that's it. We have to go out there in front of the audience and we do it.
But you're so beautiful. I mean, you could break your nose or something.
I tell them not to hit me above the waist. I get in there first. I'm a bad guy, so I'm going to get in there below the waist, do some cheap shots, and
You'll have to give me some Rhonda tips later on. All right, in the meantime, we're going to go back to our film, Lunchbox. Oh, okay, now wait, one last question. Holyfield or Tyson, who's the biggest baby?
Tyson. No, they're both great. I can't say, but I can't say, no.
She can't say, she can't say.
Tyson.
It's right here in USA Up All Night, and I would just like to thank the Hollywood All-Girl Boxing Show for being with us here on USA Up All Night. Thank you, girls. Did I do that? I guess I did. Oh well, it's girl power.
Just plain silliness. I don't think my voice will go up that high. You were great. So at that point, were you in Glow? Was that Glow at that point? Because I think
that was Hollywood Hits. That was a guy, Hal Stone, and this was after Glow. So it was boxing with wrestling, and myself also were wrestling, and there were other girls that were boxing.
So that was actually after Glow.
Yes, it was.
Wow. Okay. Because that would have been probably 91.
93, 91, 92.
Yeah. Like right in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
91. You're right. You're
wow.
right.
Wow. Okay. So I read, were you really a phlebotomist before you became?
Yeah. Yeah. So if people don't know what that means, a phlebotomist is somebody who draws blood.
Can we go to Puppy Cam?
Come here,
Let's
Vinny.
look.
It's lightning and fun. Okay, we got a few of them. There's my puppy.
Oh my God. Puppy. I was wondering when I was in the green room what that was. I'm all, are those ho-hos? Look like ho-hos. They look like ho-hos and snow cones. Remember those things?
Oh, you're so funny.
Oh yeah, that's my little puppy.
You know,
I got 2 kittens.
Hi, everybody. This Halloween at 9 o'clock, I will be joining Rhonda Shear in her Halloween special. Some surprises, some tricks, some treats for you guys. You won't want to miss it. So tune in. Halloween night, live streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Don't miss it.
You make me wicked. You make me bad. You give me feelings I never had. Stuck at home and you don't know what to do. Hold on, baby, Rhonda Shear's got you. Grab your computer, log on, baby, you got the power. It's the Rhonda Shear Social Live. It's the Rhonda Shear